Welcome back to Drinking with Craig and Roger. I'm Craig.
I'm Roger.
You are going to tell us today about a must-try beer destination that just happens to be in your own backyard.
That's right. For those of you who have watched our videos, you probably figured out that I live in Athens, Georgia, and Craig lives in Atlanta, Georgia. And over the last few years, Athens has become quite a nice beer destination. There are 6 breweries within 10 miles of each other. 4 of them are within only about 3 miles of each other. In fact, there is a website called the Athens Beer Trail, which has a very nice video going to the outsides of the breweries. And it has a map on it. Here's a reproduction of that map. You can see where the breweries are. But since we like to taste things,
Yep.
Today we're going to sample an IPA from each of the breweries, starting with Terrapin, which is the oldest one. It was founded in 2002. They made a splash at the Great American Beer Festival in Denver that year when they won first prize for Rye Pale Ale. And we have actually already reviewed the Rye Pale Ale, the Hopsecutioner, and even their 220 Reserve Stout.
Yep.
So what we're going to do today is have a sample of Depth Perception. This is a brand new double IPA that was created for their 20th anniversary celebration, which will be in 2 weeks.
All right.
So, shall we try?
Yes, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Okay. Thank you.
Now, Terrapin has pretty wide distribution.
Mm-hmm. The widest, definitely the widest of any of the Athens breweries.
And they produce so much at their original location in Athens that they have a brew lab near to formerly SunTrust, but now Truist Park, where they do their experiments.
Where the Braves play. Yeah, I've had some of there. It's a nice spot. And a little fun fact is if you go to a Braves game at Truist Park, that is by far the best way to get your beer because you can actually, even though it's technically on the outside of the stadium, you could just go through, while you're at the stadium, they'll let you go into the Terrapin area and get some draft beers, of your various experimental kinds or whatever, and then right back in, and it's usually cheaper than the rest of the stadium.
Oh, obviously. In fact, I know that even around the turn of the 20th century, when professional baseball was in its infancy, people were complaining about the overpriced food and drink at the games.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes. It just goes up. Goes up.
Pretty malt forward, this one, actually. Tastes like it might have a little. Does it have any rye in it?
I don't think so, but it's not very highly hopped either. Mm-hmm. It's a very nice, rather sweet IPA.
Yeah.
Heavy bodied, a lot of
really
malt.
sweet.
And I failed to mention this, but even though Terrapin has very wide distribution, there are brews that you can only get in their tap rooms.
Of course.
And all of the breweries, no matter what kind of distribution they have, they always have some, if not quite a few, smaller batches that are only available in their tap room.
It's by far the reason to go to the brewery.
Yes, and since the breweries in Athens are so close together, I mean, you could, get them all in one day if you went on a weekend where they had longer hours. I don't know that you want to do that if you want to drink a lot of different things, but you could. But if you're going up to Athens for a Bulldog game or anything, you certainly should take advantage of a number of the breweries there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway,
this is a good one. They say they use a series of complex malts. So that would be, definitely I'm getting a strong malt presence on this one if you like a malty double IPA.
Oh, yeah. This is very nice. Very, very nice.
It is not heavy at all. It actually is as light-bodied. It drinks more like a single IPA, but it's just a little more bitter and malty. So, how strong is this one? This one is, does it say? 9.1%. That is a sneaky 9.1%. It's a sneaky 9.
Oh, it'll sneak up on you, as I found out the first time I drank one.
You got blasted by the depth charge, depth perception.
Yes, we have to.
It lowered your depth perception,
something like that. Anyway, but we have to give Spike a thumbs up on that one.
Yeah, it's a good one. Definitely, I would get it again. So that's a nice one, and of course, Terrapin is a classic. So
absolutely.
Up next, we have probably not the widest distribution, but probably the most renowned brewery from Athens, if not the state of Georgia, and that is Creature Comforts, which is in downtown Athens, and I would say is a must visit because, God, they usually have like 30 beers available, and they're all interesting. So this one I've never heard of, though. What do we got?
Well, this one is called Riwaka. And it's a double IPA. Okay. It uses this Riwaka hops from New Zealand.
Okay.
Now, Creature Comforts is noted, as are most other breweries, for their civic pride and civic support. They put their brewery in a former snow tire building.
Oh, yeah.
And they got some awards, for civic restoration, and and
it's a nice space in there.
And almost all the breweries in Athens do have events that benefit the Athens community in one way or another. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so this one is one that is not as common as their Tropicalia, which is their big.
That's IPA. The big one, and I have a friend who's in a band. Bit Brigade and Double Ferrari, my friend Jace, who travels all around the U.S., and he says that everywhere he goes, he sees not only the Tropicalia beer being replicated and knocked off, but also the packaging, like the actual can design and things. It's very, very popular, so they're becoming very influential, especially for Tropicalia.
Right, so that's why I picked this one, because it would be different.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
light color there.
Yeah, it's not as golden as the...
Did you say this is a double IPA? Yes, this is a double.
This is the double, yeah.
Yep. White nose on this one.
Yeah. And it's 8% by volume. So,
okay.
So it's got a good kick, too.
Yeah, yeah. Light nose, but interesting. It's got some depth there.
Yeah, the nose has a little bit of citrusy stuff in it.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're noted for having a little bit of citrusy stuff in there.
It has like definitely, yes, citrusy, orangey.
Yeah, it's I think they call that the New England style, which has great variety.
Is that what this is?
It doesn't say that on it, I don't think.
Yeah, it's not pure New England, but it is definitely hazy, like a New England.
When it's hazy, that's a New England style.
They say one of the world's most sought after hops all by itself. I've not heard of this hop before.
Well, maybe we're not in the group of people that seek after hops.
Yes, I know. Now I knew about Nelson Sauvin hops, which I believe are also from New Zealand, and they're amazing. But it's like the most cat pee strong hop.
Yeah, I can taste similarity here to the Tropicalia, but it's a much heavier body. And it's not quite as hoppy as the Tropicalia.
No, you're right. I'm really not detecting any bitter, piney hop flavor at all. It is.
I think in the finish there's a little bit of piney.
Maybe depth perception killed it in my taste buds, but I'm just not picking up. Well, the very, very, very finish, I got a little bit of bitterness.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a little bit.
It's a little bit. So this would be for people that don't like bitter hoppy beers. Like this would be a good one. It's nice. It's a fairly easy drinker, but with a ton of flavor.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, and you'll see it, but it's got some very nice
melon in there too.
Yeah,
some melon.
And if you like to save labels, this one's nice because
it's really cool. It's really cool. Yep, you could peel it off. I love this label.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. They're a must visit for sure.
I think so.
Yep.
All right.
What do we got next?
Well, let's move on to the third one.
Yay!
Well, The third brewery is Southern Brewing Company, which has
That's right.
a little more limited distribution, but they usually have at least 15 different things on tap at the brewery when you go to their tap room.
I think we failed to say we are going in order of when the breweries were established.
Yes, this was 2015.
All right.
And this is their signature IPA, the Hobnail.
As referencing the hobnail boot of
The Hobnail
UGA
boot. That's it.
football fame.
That's it.
Nice, very nice name.
Anyway, and it's not a double. It's just a single IPA. And
It already got me.
Yeah, well.
It's living up to its name.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hobnail.
Hobnail.
Oh, now this has my favorite nose so far. That is, wow, fresh.
Oh, yeah, it's very fresh.
That is a nice one, like fresh cut grass.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Now, this is one of the breweries I haven't physically been to. There's 3 I haven't been to. This is one of them. What can you tell me about the brewery itself?
Well, it's in a brand new building, and it has a very big lot around it, so you can get out in the grass and spread out and have picnics. They sometimes do shows there.
Cool.
Band concerts and
They
things.
have a lot of space.
Yeah, they the last time I was there, they still had their goats out cleaning out a field. There was a lot of weeds in this field, a lot of junk, and they had some goats there.
I can taste this like fresh cut field in this.
Yeah. Anyway,
This is a nice one.
oh yeah, it's nice. When they picked this spot, they noticed they had some azaleas that they were going to have to demolish, but they harvested yeast off the azaleas, and they came up with a beer made out of the azalea. I think they call it wild azalea. Isn't that right, Ellen?
Yes.
How was that?
Wild azalea. It was different, but it was
Yeah,
okay. It was
okay.
okay. Well, they work with the yeast. They don't just use it straight.
Yeah.
And it was fine. In fact, when we first went there, that's all they had were 2 versions of wild azalea.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
It just barely opened.
Oh, wow. So they're not afraid to go out there and take some chances, do some interesting stuff. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. But this was very refreshing.
I love this. This is super good. It has definitely put them strongly on my radar because, wow, dang, this is deliciously balanced with citrus and pine. It is not overbearing on the pine or the citrus.
Yeah, I can barely taste any citrus in it. It is very subtle.
This is really, really good. This gets 2 thumbs up from me so far. They've all been good, of course, but I really enjoy this.
Yeah, this is very
On
nice.
a warm, nice day like today, this is
terrific.
So I'm definitely going to have to go there, and this will probably be one of the ones I try when I do.
Oh, I think so. You might be able to get this in Atlanta if you want to.
I'll keep my
But
eyes peeled.
even if you can get it in a can, if you get it out of the keg from a tap, it'll be a little different and a little fresher and a little nicer.
As
But
close
this
to the
is
source
pretty
as
good.
possible. Yeah, this is nice. So awesome. All right, and up next,
We get Academic.
Akademia.
Yes, this is Academia. And they are referencing themselves to colleges and universities.
sense.
They have a lot of academic related terms that they use.
Okay.
Also, myth ones. The restrooms are called gods and goddesses.
Oh my God.
This one is known as the IPA. It's one of their standard ones.
Okay.
I know you can get these around Athens. I'm not sure how much farther they go.
You can get them in Atlanta too. Outside of the state, I'm not sure, but they, for me, obviously the beers are good, and I've been there a few times. But they have really cool art on their cans. They have a good design going. Lots of skulls and interesting stuff.
Yeah, their little logo there is an owl that's relating to Jason and the Argonauts.
Oh my gosh, bunch of nerds doing good beer.
They do. They do have a lot of interesting things.
They do, and they're right in front of the mall in Athens. It's an unusual spot.
It's close, yeah, and it's a brew pub. So if you
Good
want,
food.
if you want to go there and spend all afternoon and evening, you can eat, and maybe try and recover before you go home.
And it is also near one of the best package stores, bottle shops in Athens as well.
The West Bottle Shop.
Is it West Side? What is it called?
West Side Bottle Shop.
Yeah, the
I
one
think.
across from it. They have 2 locations, right?
Yeah. They used to be 5 Points West.
Oh yeah, it's not that anymore?
No, it's West Bottle Shop.
Is it
now.
just as good as it used to be?
I think so.
All right, so if you do go there, stop by the bottle shop and pick up some tasty things as well.
Absolutely. Well, let's see if this makes us any smarter.
It's not likely. I think it may have the opposite effect. Okay.
It's
Wow.
it's
That
very
is
nice. Of course.
Good.
That's
Dang.
it's just a little bit
Pineapple.
sweeter.
Wow, yes.
Than the hobnail we just had from Southern.
Yeah, and this is a single IPA. Wow. It's man, that's a blast of pineapple. That is awesome. And melon. Pineapple and melon.
Yeah.
Very, very little bitterness again. Wow. Wow, that is super good.
Nice. Yeah.
Dang, these last 2 are really, really impressing.
Yeah, and
Man.
the breweries in Athens are all friends. Before Akademia opened in its present location, they were actually doing a little brewing at Southern Brewing, and they
Okay.
had a little bit of their beer there while they were trying to get their current location up and running. So they worked together.
That's cool. That's very cool. Hey, it benefits them all. You get that culture going, and
Well,
you
yeah.
send customers from one to the next, and it's all one happy thing. And if you can bring some people in to just from out of town who might just come in just to try the beers, that's a bonus.
It is. Absolutely.
And of course, places like Atlanta has 1,000,001 breweries now, but they're very spread out for the most part. You might have clusters of 3, within a mile.
Well,
but you really got to travel. There's a lot.
Yeah,
but
don't
Athens you can do in one day, like you said.
Well, if you're in Atlanta, you're probably going to spend a lot of time in traffic getting from one to another.
Also true.
But in Athens, the traffic is not usually very bad, so you can get around there from one to another. Some of them in only like 5 minutes. To the farthest ones, maybe 10, 15 minutes tops.
Yeah.
So
It's still a small town, and it has that feel to it. It's much more laid back.
And I don't think I said this, but Akademia opened in its present location in 2017.
Oh, okay. Wow. So I think I've been there 3 times. That's not too shabby. 3 times in 5 years. Not too shabby for a place I don't live.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But then there's a reason for you to visit usually. I'm one of the reasons. But you have other friends in Athens too. So there we go.
It's true.
So anyway, but it's very nice. And
This is really, really good. This is impressive. I can see why they keep it around year round because, Casey's gonna like this one.
All right. Well, while Akademia was the 4th brewery and it opened in 2017, the last 2 opened in 2020. One of them that opened in the spring is Normal Town Brewing.
All right, hold on a
and
minute.
it's there we are. Now you're probably making it foam when you did that, but anyway, it is a very small brewery.
Okay.
A
I've never been
very
to these
friendly
last 2.
little family type atmosphere, and their brews do not leave the tap room except in crowlers.
Wow. Okay. Crowler only, and this is a crowler of 9% alcohol double IPA.
It's called Elder Masters.
All right.
Elder Masters.
Do we have a giant around here to drink this can? Not too shabby.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, I could smell it from here. Holy crap. That is fresh.
Well, they kind of specialize in New England style IPAs.
Oh, really? They
yeah.
do a lot of those. This is not one of those, though.
Oh, yes, it is.
Really? It's only mildly hazy. Only mildly.
Well,
I'm glad. It's not a milkshake, you know.
no. But when you taste it, I think you will figure out why I say that.
Okay.
You smell the citrus in the nose right there?
A lot of fruits. Creamy fruits.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's give it a whirl.
It tastes a lot like hazy IPAs.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Right. It's good. I mean, well, it has a lot more to it. I cannot stand the ones that just taste like orange juice or just like an orange milkshake or whatever. I don't like that.
There's more to it
This
than
is way
the
more.
citrusy. Yeah.
This is way more. And this one has a little more hot bitterness to it than the last two that we've tried also. This is it's a big beer, you know? This is it's not aggressive, but it's a big beer. It's like, you know you're drinking something.
Yeah, they could, I guess, with the specific gravity, call it an imperial one, but they don't seem to.
Yeah, it's kind of out of fashion, I think.
Yeah, well,
for IPAs.
Well, imperial one's going to have a heavier body.
They want to go dippa.
Yeah. Anyway, but it's very, very nice. It's a very, very fun place to be.
Okay.
And
a small place?
Very small.
What do they do? What's fun to do there when you go?
Oh, they have darts.
Okay.
And they have a couple little gaming tables, and you can sit outside or inside. The bar, I don't think, has more than 8, maybe 10 seats at it.
Oh, wow. It is really small. Are there tables and stuff?
There are a few tables, yeah. And then outside, maybe another room for maybe 15 people. So it's pretty small.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Small operation. Crowler only.
Now, the last time I was there was just before, the shutdown for the coronavirus.
Oh, you haven't been? Oh, well, you went back to get this.
Okay, well, wait a minute. But when was that? Well, that was in
Early
2020.
Yep.
Yeah. And the guy at the bar remembered me.
Holy crap. Now,
2 years later, he remembered me. I was only there a couple times.
Were you wearing a bow tie when you went back?
No, but I did talk about being a composer and teaching at the university a little bit. He asked about this stuff. But I didn't say anything about that this time.
Now, you didn't get kicked out of the place before for causing a scene.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, anyway, so it was, they're very friendly. And actually, I have not been to a brewery where the staff has not been friendly.
True. I've been to one once.
No.
That's it.
But,
not in Athens.
Well, Ellen and I have gone to many breweries, quite a few distilleries, a number of wineries, and everybody always seems to be happy to work there.
Yeah. I mean, look where they're at.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, this is good, and there's a lot more left to drink.
Well, but not from this one, and not quite right now, because there is the newest brewery.
All right, let's try this new hotness.
This new one is called Authentic.
Whoa.
Put that down over there.
All right.
This is their slogan, crafting good times.
Okay.
And as I found out, if you want to access the internet, that is their password, crafting good times. Anyway.
I hope none of their neighbors are watching this.
This is an IPA. It's a double IPA. It's No Questions Asked.
Okay, that's the name of it.
That's the name of it. And you can tell that this doesn't get out of there except, from a hand-filled, can.
Oh, correct. Yes. It's just hand-labeled.
It's hand-labeled, awesome. Absolutely. They don't make very much of it. And the staff told me that, here, sorry about that. But, they may have these cans available at the brewery, but that's the only place.
Okay.
And it's
I gotcha.
It's small. It's a little bigger than Normal Town Brewing.
Okay.
And they have a pretty nice little outside, area.
Where is it? Was it near? Did you say?
It's near Piedmont Regional Hospital.
Where I was born?
Yeah.
No, Athens Regional.
No. It's called Piedmont these days.
So this is right near where I was born.
That's correct.
Ha ha!
Basically across the street from where you were born.
Hell yeah!
Just like SunTrust is now Truist.
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
Anyway, so here we are.
Okay. And it says this is 8.5%. A DIPA. No questions asked.
Yeah.
All right.
Double IPA. It sort of reminds me of the one from Normal Town, but it's got a little more roundness to the back of it.
There's something in there. I associate that taste. It's not piney. It's not fresh. It's not tropical. It has a taste on the back end that is similar to saisons and Belgian style beers.
Oh, that must be must be the yeast they're using then.
Mm-hmm. You could be right there. Interesting. This one is darker tasting. It's pretty good. It's interesting. It stands out from the others.
It's
for sure.
heavier. It's heavier.
It is. Darker, heavier flavor.
Any citrusy stuff is
It's more
sort of down.
Orange in its color than the others. The others are a little more golden.
It's a little hazy.
Okay.
It's still a fairly small operation, and whatever they produce is in fairly limited quantities, so it doesn't get anywhere. But
obviously, whatever's born in that area is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Especially what's born in the hospital.
Yeah. I mean, in that area.
It foretold the opening of a brewery.
They can basically thank me for their brewery.
Yeah, of course. You made the location very, very, popular and famous.
It's because of me. You're welcome. Oh, man.
Anyway.
Well, that was delicious. Wow.
Still is.
Athens has a lot of good stuff. There is an Athens brewery tour thing, like you get on the bus and they'll take you around. You try all the places. We should do that.
You could.
Sounds fun.
You could. That way you don't have to worry about how much you drink.
Exactly. Well, yeah.
Well, you have to worry that don't drink so much you can't get to the bus. But anyway.
I'm not worried about that happening.
Well, I would say,
but if that happens, you're not that far from wherever you're staying. So somebody can move you in a wheelbarrow back there.
Well, I would say probably the most prudent thing to do would be to come in the afternoon, stay overnight, and get the rest of the breweries the next day.
Okay. Well, all right.
I mean,
do it the way you want to do it.
Well, I'm serious. If you came in the morning and went to the breweries when they open, like around noon on Saturday, you're not going to get home Saturday night.
No.
Most of the breweries will do a flight, so you can try little samples of different things.
Yeah. I think Athens has really turned into a good little beer destination. It's worth a little. If you're in the area. Stop by. It's cool, man. They have a lot of good stuff. These places are doing really good stuff, and I'm impressed. I'm proud.
Yes.
So, well, thanks. I appreciate it, and you guys should check it out.
All right.
And make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying what we're doing. We'd love to hear from you if you got any thoughts about these or anything else you want to see. So,
if there's something else, let us know.
All right. Sounds good. Cheers. Good stuff, though.